We have questions, and hopefully this man has answers. Dana White joining us now. First things first, tomorrow night, UFC Fight Night in the main event. It's the always entertaining Carlos Condit and one of the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu artists in UFC history, Demian Maia. What awaits the winner of this fight?
Yeah, it's a big fight for that division. Obviously, Carlos Condit, has had some, some setbacks in getting back to that title. And Demian Maia has been waiting forever to get a shot at the title. So, big fight for these guys tomorrow.
Well, Tyron Woodley is the current champion in that division. I'm sure both men want a shot at him next. But UFC legend George St. Pierre has said he's ready to come out of his near 3-year hiatus. Said he wouldn't mind fighting either Tyron Woodley or Nick Diaz. When, where, and against whom would you like to see GSP fight?
Listen, GSP coming back would be awesome. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. GSP's been saying he's going to come back for a couple of years now. And listen, the guys that come back, he hasn't fought in 3 years, going on 4 years, I think. These guys that want to fight, they call me all the time, dying to fight. Robbie Lawler can't wait to get back in there. He wants to fight so bad. I just don't think GSP has that desire and drive in him anymore. I honestly don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it.
So he hasn't called you personally and said, Dana, get me back in the octagon?
His lawyers have talked to our lawyers, but I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Well, you announced this week that Ronda Rousey would not be making her return in November at Madison Square Garden, as many hoped. You're very close to Ronda. What's her mindset on the fight game right now as compared to before she suffered that devastating loss to Holly Holm?
No, Ronda's in a good place. She had a bunch of minor surgeries that are healing up, and she's getting back into training to see how her body feels. So I'm hoping she can fight this year.
Does she still have that killer instinct? Is she still all in?
She's in. Just, we'll find out when she fights.
Right. And when she does come back, would you put her in a title match right out of the gate?
Absolutely. The most dominant woman ever in that division. She absolutely comes right back for a title shot.
All right, UFC 202 headlined by McGregor-Diaz, one of the most financially successful nights in UFC history. And yet you said you don't want a trilogy match right now. When would you like to see it, and who would you like to see Conor and Nate fight next?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody has to remember that fight was put together because Conor McGregor's opponent fell out. So Nate Diaz stepped up, took it on short notice. Conor stepped up and took the fight. And, it was such an exciting fight, the first one. They wanted to do it again, so we did it again. But they're not in the same weight class. The fight doesn't make sense. It's not for any titles. It's not for any, ranking positions. It makes no sense. Conor is the 145-pound champion. He needs to defend his title or give it up and decide what he's going to do next.
As for Nate, what do you want to see him do?
Nate doesn't want to fight anybody but Conor McGregor. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Nate. If he gets tired of sitting around, maybe he'll want to fight.
All right, let's talk about you for a second. I know you don't like to do that very much. We're going to do it now. You scratched and clawed for well over a decade to make the UFC what it is now. And after the recent sale, you reportedly netted over $300 million. So what keeps you motivated to get up, go in, and do your job every single day now?
So funny, man. Rob Dyrdek called me yesterday, and he says, I have a question. How do you keep running the race when you already won the race?
Exactly.
He goes, I want to know how you strap your shoes on and go to work every day. I love this. I'm super passionate about this sport, and I'm actually excited about the new possibilities with my new partners. If you look at Ari Emanuel, he is, he's a beast in the media world. Frank Lorenzo and I, we weren't big media guys. We don't have the contacts that he has. We're going to continue to take this sport to the next level, and I know there's been a lot of doubters and naysayers in the past about what we were capable of doing, and I know there's a lot of people wondering now. I promise you, wait till you see where we take this thing next.
And, we ask a lot of athletes that have just signed big contracts, what's the first big ticket item they're going to buy? What did you go blow some of your money on? Anything?
You know what, though? It's not like, believe me, I don't think I need anything else. I'm not really going out and buying anything crazy. I bought a new car. I mean, other than that, it's not just because I needed a new car. It's not because I got the money.
I'm assuming it wasn't a Ford Tempo. What did you get?
No, I got a G-Wagon.
All right. There you have it. Dana White, onward and upward. Good luck this weekend. Demian Maia and Carlos Condit, UFC Fight Night.
Thank you.
Dana White, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's a wide-open Heisman Trophy race this year. That is if you consider a 3-horse race wide open. Hear from McCaffrey, Watson, and Fournette when SportsCenter returns.